they're going to be reserving a campsite or a motel room.
Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. I am having a sneezing fit that won't stop.
Okay, Wanda. That would be nice. Thank you.
Okay. I have my...
Yes, Barbara, that's a good idea. I didn't even think of that.
Paste. Post.
Yes, I will set up a Facebook page.
Pin. Hello, Shadow.
Take it easy, Fluffy. You knock my camera over, I'm going to make you go on camera. Okay? Okay,
no. I don't want to infect everybody, but I have the windows open, so I'm guessing it's pollen. Because it's a little cool tonight, and it's been kind of warm this afternoon. Oh, dear.
That'll be good. Get Facebook page set up, and then people will be able to leave messages on there.
And I have Peter's Live on in the background.
I'll try to get that done in the next day or
okay. Sorry, Peter. I thought he'd be done by now. Hello, Debbie. I'm feeling fine. It's just I'm having a stupid sneezing fit. I'm sure it's just allergies. I don't have a cold or anything. At least I don't think so. Getting pizza out of the oven. Sounds good. Oh, man. Dang it. If anyone else is in Peter's Live, tell him I'm sorry. I thought he'd be done by now. And if I wait any longer, you know me. If I go live, I'm always going at least 2 hours or more. Hello, Cassie. How are ya? Okay. Hello, Ace. Shadow. And Debbie. And Chris. I think that's everybody. Oh, Heather. Just stopping in long enough to say hi and good night, Laurie. Hi, Heather. Bye, Heather. Sleep well. You want to make sure you get enough good sleep because you need to sleep. Come on, stop it. It wants to come back. Hello, Paul. I don't know how I missed you. uh, I'm telling you, I don't know what the heck. Uh, okay, fine, be that way. It seems a little dark in here tonight, doesn't it? Hold on a second. Let me change my light angle a little bit. Oh, that's a little better. It's not quite so dark. Oh, there he is. Hello.
I brought enough for everybody.
Oh, pizza. Pizza, pizza.
So you can't say that I didn't bring enough to share. So good morning, everyone. You know, that's
Good
morning
morning.
for me because, you know,
Yeah.
somebody slept a nice 8 hours. Uh-oh, I know who that is. Shadow. Badoom,
How did you guess?
Good morning.
brother.
Good morning, Lori.
Oh, I
Good
knew
morning.
he was awake because he and I were chit-chatting back and forth, leaving comments on each other's videos. Thank you, brother.
You're very welcome. That was really flooded street.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
That
mean, it would
can-
have been great for rafting and going kayaking.
I totally
Yeah,
missed it. I
Green
didn't
is-
even. I didn't
This
even-
was last week when it was the bad storms.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't see anything today. I didn't ever got a notification or anything, but yeah, I probably already saw that one then.
So, but
Yeah.
I wanted to come up and join on panels so that in case you needed to, sneeze or,
I'm telling you, I must have sneezed a dozen times before I went live.
well,
And I kept blowing my nose and sneezing some more and blowing my nose again.
do you take Claritin or anything?
I haven't, no. It was just out of the blue. All of a sudden, I started sneezing.
It's because I was talking about you earlier and wondering, okay. And then I saw that Peter was live, and I said, "Oh, I know where she's at. She's over there."
That's where I was.
Hello,
And
Serena.
I
Hey,
just
Serena.
we opened the windows about, I don't know, an hour and a half ago or something. And I think that's what it is. It's blowing in the pollen because we got, stuff blooming here, there, and everywhere because it's springtime.
It's springtime. It's summer here.
No, it's only June 12th.
It's summer here.
You got 10 days to go or 9 days.
Well, Mother Nature has chosen otherwise
Yeah, I know the feeling.
because I mean we've been hitting 90s already.
Well, yeah, we had a day a couple of, I don't know, the middle of last week that was 93,
Yeah.
and then it dropped back down in the 50s. It's like they say, if you don't like New England weather, wait a minute.
If you don't like the weather, no matter where you're at, it's all the same.
Wait a minute. Yeah, exactly.
We used to say that in Texas, and they say it in Oklahoma. They say it in England. They probably even say it in the beautiful area of Sweden.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And before I forget, I gotta say hello. I know I'm to Cassie's Kitchen Creations And I think Debbie, I didn't get to say hi to her and all that. So please forgive me. And Brooke Trout.
And so, hello, Serena.
Yep, I did say hello to her. All right, so
Perry Mason will be over in 17 minutes.
Perry Mason.
And then I will link YouTube to the TV so I can hear you better. Okay.
Well, I shared out your live on my YouTube channel. I posted it.
Thank you.
Just get your nose back. You need to back up. You need to back your nose up.
She wants your pizza.
Her nose is about that far from my pizza. About maybe 6 to 8 inches.
It's like, oops, Dad, I think I bumped it and knocked it on the floor. Can I eat it now?
Well, I'm letting it cool so I don't burn my mouth.
Hello, Ann. Long time
Hi,
no
Ann.
see.
It's good to see you.
It's been a while.
Ace.
Hey, Ace.
Oh, goodness, Ace.
Ace.
Ace, I've got enough. I'll share. I've got another plate of pizza if you want to just come drive on by and, I can deliver it to you out to the car. Goodness gracious.
Oh, no. I'm going from Florida to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan tomorrow. Highs here are 88, lows at camp are 42. That's not a good thing.
Hey, I can deal with 42.
Yeah, but I don't know how that's going to be on the body.
Well, I did think about you, Miss Lori, and how you were saying about how you were talking about the humidity and all that, like to Marianne and being in Florida and all that.
Yeah.
It was humid at 7 a.m. this morning here. I mean, I was sitting there barely out 10 minutes, and I'm already like,
sweating to death. Yeah, I would not be
so
in good shape outside in that kind of humidity.
But it didn't take long for the oil change to happen on the riding lawnmower. It was quick.
That's always a good thing.
Back up, Faith. Would you quit nosing my napkin? Good gosh. No, I saw you. She is inching closer.
She's trying. She's hoping it'll fall on the floor and she can get it.
Do I not always share with you? Yes. And did I not just open a brand new box of Milk-Bone dog biscuits because I slept all day. My fault. I didn't get to go by the vet to get your special doggy treats. Just all you got to do is, Ace, if you come up, pull up in the driveway, honk your horn twice, and I'll run out. Now, I'm wearing shorts, so, you just don't laugh at my funny legs. So
I did not see. A woman has a hen who can count her own eggs. I saw that before. I saw that. I think you said that on Peter's Live earlier. Faith needs her own hands and camera.
Yeah. Right there. And the plate is right here.
Yep. So. She's hoping it's gonna.
Yeah, definitely.
She goes, I know you've got food. I like food too. You know.
Mhm.
Ugh. So, anyhow, but I already had my Shadow Scout Sweet morning coffee already. I'm on sweet tea now.
Yeah.
When I eat pizza, for some reason, I always want to have a root beer. It used to be a cola, but I'm more preferring root beer these days.
I miss the old A&W root beer, the original.
Yeah. Walmart, the Sam's brand, Sam's Choice root beer, isn't bad.
Hmm.
It's tolerable. Not like that Barks and all those grodies things. I hate those things. It tastes more like beer than root beer.
Well,
Yuck. Blech. Or Moxie. Oh, nasty stuff.
well, sometime, and I'm not getting into politics, but you need to look who's paying for the No Kings demonstration. One person is, and it's a name brand store too. It would, so I'm trying to decide, you know, I'm kind of catch 22 because
Feel free to share.
it's the CEO of Walmart.
Seriously? I'm telling you. I am.
The it may not be the CEO, but they're a high-ranking person, so I would assume CEO. Don't you know Sam Walton is rolling in his grave
Oh, I bet. I would not be surprised.
or up in heaven, shaking his head with his hand over it? You know, going, oh God. You know,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
see, I'm not lying. Debbie said it.
That's not where I want to put that. I'm going to put it there. Ugh. I'm telling you.
Miss Laurie is frustrated.
Yeah. I mean, I'm running out of places where I want to shop. I should know better because all the big money guys with the deep pockets are all bought and paid for by the WEF.
Well,
Bonnie
Walmart.
popped in.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hello, Bonnie. They did 3 biopsies and I'm home. It hurts like hell. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Well, you don't have to worry about dying during a biopsy, but it's always a possibility, I suppose. But, you know, anything's possible.
Hi, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Hello, Brandon. So Bonnie, did they tell you any results of what they found or anything? Or
No, I think that should take a couple of days before she get a result on it.
Yeah, probably.
Probably next week she will have a result on it.
That would be my suggestion.
no.
Hey,
Oh,
Susan. Good to
they-
see you again.
What did Walmart do? They're funding all of these protests like in LA. You know,
You must be the calm, cool, no violence, protest, right?
oh yeah, absolutely. You know, because they wouldn't want to. Yeah. Okay. Blah 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 blah. What am I doing?
I have no
I'm
idea what you're doing. Miss Lily.
closing that, and I'm saving it.
She's got 13 opens tabs right now.
In my notepad, yeah, of songs that I copied last night and put in my notepad, and now I need to get them out and put away. Copy. Paste. Close it. Save. Yes, right there. Okay.
Did you get it saved?
I got everything saved. Well, at least everything that I want to get the heck out of my notepad thing. That's taking up room that I don't want to have 4 million tabs open in it. It's bad enough I have a few things in here that I still haven't done
And
anything
Troy
with.
is in the house. Good to see you, Troy.
Troy and Shawnee.
And Shawnee. Good to see you too.
Hello, hello. Welcome in.
And a simple happy life is in the house too.
And
Just popped in.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And a simple happy life. We had fun at the trivia thing tonight on Jen's channel. Jen.
You mean Jen A?
No.
Okay.
No. What's the name of her channel? I can't remember. Oh, I'm telling you. It's been one of those days. I have rain and I'm happy about it. Well, that's good.
Well, hopefully everything's calm up in your area, Shawnee. I hope it is.
Yeah, whereabouts are you anyway, Shawnee? I can't remember. Arkansas?
Nope.
I think. No. Michigan. No.
She's up in that area. Easy Street with Jan, a simple happy life says.
Easy Street with Jen. That's the name of the channel.
That was easy.
Ah, you're so cute. Yeah, that was fun. I couldn't remember Jack Koo. And she says, you know, we don't want people cheating and looking things up. And it's like, yeah, well, you know, once the memory goes, forget it. I know all the answers, but I need a reminder because I know what it is, but it's like I can't think of it.
Remember the old Model A's and all that when they'd crank it up to get it going?
Yeah, that's what I need. Yeah, I know.
Yes, he did. I saw a bunch of that, Serena. He'd been doing a weatherman for many, many years.
Who's that?
Gary England.
Oh, I don't know.
He passed away.
Was he local to Oklahoma or something?
Yes, ma'am. He was the Harold Taft to Oklahoma, like Harold Taft was to North Texas.
Okay. Or the Dick Albert to Boston?
And the saddest one today was, like Serena said, you didn't put the name, though, of who it was, Serena. Come on. I know you know it.
Wow, he was 82.
Yeah. Brian Wilson is who she's talking about.
I figured that, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised any of those guys made it till the 80s.
OVP, hello, brother.
Hello.
It's good to see you and have you here.
How are you?
Al Roker. Yeah.
Al Roker.
But he
Roker. Hello.
I know you know who that is.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Good Morning. Was it? Is it Good Morning America?
Or one of the syndicated
one of those,
shows.
Yeah. I don't think it's Good Morning America. That was ABC. NBC was Today's Show, right?
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Remember the old, and I'm going way back. I don't even know if it's still on. 60 Minutes.
Oh yeah, it's I don't. There's other versions of it in different parts of the world. I think there's one in Australia, but I don't think they have one up here anymore. I don't know. I thought they went off the air for a while.
Yeah, I think they did.
With Hugh Downs and what's her face? Baba Wawa.
But it was a productive day for me. I hope everyone else is, had a great day. I hope everybody is ready for Saturday. And
oh, the
and not forget what is going to occur on Saturday.
I'm going to be staying home in my own little cozy house, and I'm going to request hubby to do the same because.
Well, you've got to make sure your car. I would suggest that you make sure your car has got a full tank of gas, that you got the appropriate food and all that, and
oh yeah, we always have that.
Go get eggs, milk, or or cereal for kids,
Friday.
Because the closest one to me is Ponca City, which is 17 miles away. So, and then of course they're doing Oklahoma City.
Well, we have a big chain grocery store that's less than a mile down the road. If there's anything we desperately need, we could go there. But
empty. Look, this is what I have to do. See, no food. Okay.
I'm gone.
Now go read a book. Oh, before I forget, speaking of reading a book. Yes, go ahead, Miss Lori.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, ladies first.
Oh no, I'm thinking of somebody that says that, and something that I heard earlier, which I did not like the sound of.
Yes, and do you need to add that person to the prayer list?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So what the heck happened?
I don't know, other than what was in the Facebook post.
I didn't see it because I don't.
You haven't been on Facebook.
I don't. I avoid it like the plague. I don't want anything to do with it unless I have to.
And how is your morning going, brother?
Well, I'm tired, but I feel I'm going to throw up basically because of the heat. It sucks, really. I don't like it.
Okay, so do you not have air conditioning in the house?
We don't have air conditioning in the apartment.
Oh, hang on, I lost speaker again. Dad, burn it.
Dang.
There we go. I'm back with speakers. I'm sorry, Shadow. Can you repeat, please?
We don't have air conditioning in the apartment. That is not included in the apartment. Last summer, I had 31 degrees Celsius in the apartment.
Can I suggest that you start saving up and get a portable air conditioner that you can have just plug it in?
Well, that would be a good idea. I have been thinking about it, to get one, but those are quite expensive.
Yeah, but
it's worth it in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. So, let me go let this dog out. Good gravy. Excuse me for a second.
No problem.
Go.
Let Faith out.
Go. Come on.
Well, today we will have 19 degrees Celsius in the apartment. It's probably way over 20 degrees.
I have no idea what my brain can't even understand what that would be in Fahrenheit. To me, it would be 50 something, but that can't be true.
And the thing is, I have the older I get, the less I can stand the heat.
Yep.
Join the club.
Yeah. Trust me, there's going to be a lot more fun things that you're going to discover that, you used to be able to climb that tree. Well, guess what? Or I used to be able to go up these flight of stairs with 50 pound sacks of groceries. Guess what? You're going to have a lot of, and you wake up in the morning, it's going to be like, oh God, that hurts. Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I can burn. I know that feeling.
Life, yeah, I agree. A portable AC is a must-have.
Simple Life Saturday is protests are going to be going on in major cities around the country, just like LA. The La La Land.
Yeah, you could always do what Shawnee says, Shadow. Ship him to start a fundraiser or, do a live or something.
Yeah.
But then if you do a live, you got to wait, because YouTube takes out 1% of super chats and all that jazz.
Yeah, and besides, I'm not monetized anymore. I dropped to below the limit for it, so I lost my monetization.
No way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to start sending out your videos, posting them on my channel so that at least I can help get the word out about who you are and all that.
That sounds like a good idea. And I put this afternoon at 3 p.m. this afternoon, my time. There will be a short that is scheduled that will pop up. That will be a fun one. It's a so-called collab short video, so that will be fun.
Well, it's not the one that I commented on recently, is it?
No.
Okay.
That is this one will come up 3 p.m. Swedish time. So
7 a.m. my time then, or
yeah,
8 a.m. because you're
Yeah.
7 hours, I think, ahead of me.
yeah. You are on Central Time, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. In that case, it's 7 hours difference.
Shawnee's got a question for you, Shadow.
I have PayPal. It's on my main about page on YouTube. It's even a link there for it. So
Oh, thanks, Ace. God.
Somebody shook this me on a window AC unit. Yeah.
right.
That would be a little.
No, I'm referring to what Ace posted at 12:48. Because I'm up here, you're down there. I know.
Friday 13th. Yeah, that's tomorrow. And I
Yeah.
don't like the number 13. It's bad luck, basically.
Nah.
For me,
No
it
such
is.
thing as bad luck.
Oh,
If I'd have no luck at all, or wait, what was it? If I had bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
My husband's birthday is on the 13th. And he was born on a Sunday. But he has celebrated several birthdays on Fridays.
Oh, okay. So, an update. Jessica goes back to the doctor. Jessica goes back to the doctor tomorrow, and we're hoping for some answers.
Yay.
Meaning Thursday. And his entire facility was shut down. The gas was where he works at.
Not
was shut down from bad weather because they had some storms that moved through this evening. So now they're going to have to start it back up, and
and that's
it's not like you go into a room and flip a light switch, and you have everything.
Yeah, that's going to keep him there for like probably 24/7 for the next 3 or 4 days.
And today's his Friday.
He's supposed to be going on vacation. He's supposed to be having a week off.
Yeah.
After he gets done his shift, his last shift of the week.
Yeah.
That's going to blow that right out of the water.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm trying to catch up with chat.
Yeah, it's hard to catch up, especially if you miss something.
Yeah, once you get behind, it just...
Yeah, it happens to me as well when I have my lives. Oh, I fall behind sometimes because I need to focus on what those guys in the panel says, and then I have to keep my eyes on the chat, and I fall behind anyway.
Hi, Marianne.
Hi, Marianne.
And Susan's got to go get some more wood to put another log on the fire.
Throw another log on the fire. Got my yellow square. Okay. It's Laurie. I've never seen your hair. I'm curious what it looks like. It's white.
Oh, the glare.
Except for my braid, it looks dark, but then again, when I take it out, it's not really all that dark. See, that's it.
Long, beautiful hair, shining, breathe.
Gleaming, streaming, waxing, flaxing. Boink. Now I got to take my glasses off to put my hat back on, because if I don't, it'll be pulling my glasses off my head or breaking them. I don't want them to break.
I'm not going to say what that hat looked like for a minute there, Wizard, because it went to a point.
My little,
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
The wizard.
My little wizard hat. No wizards allowed. Sorry. Except maybe Gandalf.
Well, remember back in the day, one of the first Mickey.
Yes.
He was the
sorcerer's apprentice. Yep. That was that was one of my favorite Disney cartoons.
And Ohio Valley Prepping's got a kind of suggestion for you, Shadow. See, it's a community. I mean, Shawnee's coming up with ideas for you, Shadow. Ohio Valley Prepping is, everybody is, if somebody needs help, it's usually we come together as a family or community.
Absolutely.
Never thought about that, but Serena has obviously a question for me, or obviously a question for me. What is the insignia on your hat? My beret.
Insignia.
Yeah, insignia. Thanks.
It's okay.
The heat messed my brains up.
Yeah, I know. Trust
Well,
me.
it's the Armored Fist. When I was in the army, I was in the armored forces. Those with the tanks. So that is what it is. It is called Armored Fist. So
Well, for those that want to go the extra step to help Shadow, go to his channel, copy his link, and then go to your channel and post it. And so maybe that can help as well to get him back to to new subscribers and get him monetized again.
Yes, Shawnee, I really have hair.
A simple happy life. Ask me what I do for a living. Deliver groceries for my local grocery store to companies and people in the heat. And I have AC in the car, but that does not help that much.
No, especially when you're getting out of the car to carry the groceries into the house.
So the good thing with to work in a local grocery store is you can go into the fridge, walking in fridges. I can stay there for a while.
Breathe for a little bit.
Yeah, and the problem is when it gets hot outside, I get problems with my breathing. I can't breathe. I can breathe in, but I can't breathe out.
Yeah, that's never.
See, that's what I used to do in law enforcement when I was working patrol, because with all the vests, all the gear, and all that, I used to go into convenience stores because a lot of them. There was one particular store that had a walk-in beer room, and where they had everything nice and cold for the beer. I'd walk in there, and it would be like you could just see steam coming up. So yeah. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
A simple happy life. Shadow, you would be a great police officer or security guard. You look tough. Yeah, I'm pretty tough. And I'm a pretty big guy too, so.
That's a good question, Serena. I would like to know that too, because that's when you want to start planting your squash and
you wouldn't go out.
Anything that's susceptible to those stupid little bugs.
Yeah. Are you going to go out this time? Brook trout, yeah, that and roofers. I would not want to be doing that up on a roof right now.
Oh, hell no.
Especially in Florida.
No, I don't think so.
No,
Excuse-moi, I'm going to go kick her out the door this time since she didn't go out last time.
Oh, I was wondering because I know you went to bring her out before and she didn't.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think you could get a job as a police officer or security guard probably.
Well, when I was younger, I wanted to be a police officer. But the problem back then, I didn't have a driver's license. So that messed that up.
Bummer.
Yeah, I got my driver's license 2007. So
But that's a possibility. I mean, of course, I don't know what the difference is in pay between a security officer and because you got to be careful as a security officer too. I mean, that's a lot more risky than delivering groceries.
Simple Life, 44 years.
the silent forgotten is in the house. Good to see you, Chris, with a K.
Hello,
Oh,
yeah.
there he is. He was at the bottom while I
Yeah.
stepped out. I'm sorry, Chris. Hello.
You see, you miss people. I fall behind the chat too.
Well, I mean, I stepped out, so
Yeah.
usually I'm up at the top.
What about up here in Massachusetts, Shawnee? Any idea?
So what do you do, Simple Life? Are you working, or what kind of business are you doing? Or field, I should say.
Simple Happy Life asked me if we have Uber here. Actually, I have no idea. I can Google it, see if I can find something, but I don't think so.
Yeah, and would you really want to have people coming in and out of your car? And have to cart them around here, there, and everywhere? Uh,
I'm just curious, Chris, if one of the wildfire that sprung up in Washington State was caused by a protest. I don't know. I haven't looked to see what area it's in. If it's like,
Simple Happy Life says she works in customer service remotely from home.
cool.
Yeah, that's not a bad deal. Of course,
Yeah.
you still have to deal with customers, which can be a bit of a pain in the butt, especially if you're customer service. Because they always want to yell at you because you're in customer service, and
Well,
they usually only contact you if there's a problem.
customer service, so it's like to get to a real person, the long steps that you got to take just
Yeah,
to a real person is
and
easy.
by the time they go through all those hoops, they're aggravated to the point of, I just want to talk to a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Massachusetts squash vine borer season ends first week of August.
Yeah, we obviously have Uber here in Sweden, but not in my city.
Oh, figures.
Yeah, that's like where I live. I don't have Uber or DoorDash. Guess who's at the back door? Oh, nope, she went back to the yard.
Oh, good. Maybe she'll go and find something to bark at or something to
Well, I hope she doesn't bark. If it's midnight, if she does, I have to get up real quick and get her and
get
back.
her in. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, she's thinking. Oh, she laid down.
It must be nice
Oh,
out
God,
there.
now she's barking.
Oh, dang. I had to say it, didn't I? Forage. Yeah, yeah, I bet. I've gotten yelled at too many times. I lost count. I remember I used to work in retail. And around Christmas time, I also used to cover at the customer service desk. And customer service desk was not a fun place to be the day after Christmas. The week after Christmas was they were still coming in, bringing things back.
Who is it that lives down by San Antonio besides Kevin?
Sam.
Okay. Because there's a radar indicated tornado warning to the northwest of San Antonio.
Oh, and that's the area she's in, I think.
So,
and I think that's also the area that Kevin's in.
Well, that's what I was saying. Yes, Chris, I agree. And it's going to get worse. So I can't recommend enough that you stock up on food, water, store water, however you got to do it. And don't do what the FEMA and the government says and just do, for 3 days.
3 days, my butt.
If that's what you got to start with, and at least get that, but plan for more because 1 gallon of water per person won't cut it. Yeah. Because you're going to have to, do dishes. You got to, sponge bath, that's going to take water, and cooking is going to take water. Drinking is going to take water.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a hot day. You're sweating. If you're sweating like the Niagara Falls, you definitely need a lot of water.
A lot of water.
So I would recommend wet wipes for your hygiene.
Yep.
And use the water for drinking and cooking instead. That's better. That is better.
And stock up on paper plates and plastic utensils, forks, knives, and spoons, because then you don't have to worry about using water.
And if you have no jugs or whatever to put water in, or you can't get any at the store, you can fill up if you've got some nice big pots and pans, fill them up, put them on the stove, leave them there, or leave them on the counter, and cover them up, and they'll be good until you need the water. And you can always use a measuring cup or something to dip out some water to pour it into whatever it is that you need it in.
And fill your bathtub up.
Yeah, oh yeah, fill your bathtub up
with water.
Because
you can always use it. Yeah.
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 We're lucky enough to have water in the pond, so if we need water to flush a toilet or something, all we got to do is walk down there and get a bucket of water and bring it in the house, and flush away as we need to.
And don't forget to store the water dark and cool.
Yeah.
Because Simple Life even mentioned that they lost power for a while from a severe storm or horrible storm. You need to have adequate flashlights, check your batteries, check your
Batteries.
flashlights, you know. And if you know a storm's coming or something, always, you know, like right now, I've got my cell phone there. You can see the cord; it's plugged in. It's always I'm always
Keep it
charging.
charged.
You know?
And if you have hurricane lamps, that's always a good source of light if the power goes out.
You make sure you have matches, extra wicks, extra fuel.
Preferably wooden matches, or one of those nice long Bic type
or a big lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, those longer ones.
Longer ones that you use for fireplace or a wood stove.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've got
I
those.
always have one of those in the kitchen in case.
Yeah.
Because one thing,
And it's good to have a couple of these too.
If the electricity goes out, our oven doesn't work, but we have propane, so the top burners on the stove do work. All you got to do is use a lighter and light them up, because they're electronic ignitions. And you can't use the electronic ignition, but you can just light them with a match or a lighter of some kind.
And like Chris says, I mean, you know, during winter months, make sure you have adequate clothing, extra blankets. You know, wool blankets are usually the best if you can afford them and get them, because the fact that even though if they're wet, they will still keep you warm.
Yeah.
But
and if they're nice and dry, they also can repel water. They will keep you dry if you keep them dry.
And if you want to go the extra gusto, get some dehydrated food. Now, I will tell you this: dehydrated food takes water to rehydrate them. And if you buy the, you know, like go to the camping section of your grocery store and you get like Mountain House or, gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, we'll just go with that. And no, we're not sponsored by Mountain House here. You can eat those dehydrated meals with just warming and boiling water, but be careful. If you've never eaten them before, you could have some
dietary issues,
problems.
You may wind up having to go to the bathroom a lot.
Yeah.
And the other thing I like for me, tomorrow I've got to go to Walmart to pick up my 14 prescriptions. So, yeah.
All at once?
Well, because remember I went to the new doctor.
Oh yeah.
I said, "Hey, I've got about a week left," which I got about a week left on one, but the other ones they're stocked, but I still try to keep a stock. I'd rather be ahead of the curve than behind. So don't forget prescriptions. And if and for those that have medical devices that run off electricity, if you go to Shadow, help me out, I think it's Opus.
Yeah.
Know that you can go down there and how to get a free solar generator and all that. You can write them and say, I have this, that it's life-saving medical equipment, and I need to get a solar generator, but I can't afford it. And you have to fill out the form, and they review it and all that. And there are people that have gotten some free solar generators from Opus.
Yeah, Opus is a great brand. You have Jackery is another great brand, and you have Bluetti is another great brand.
And
reliable.
Good one.
What's the one that Pinball started?
Well, he's got several, but he says you go to Opus, OUPES is the brand name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Vision Preparedness. I had done a video. He did a review videos on Opus, and I think he did a couple on Blue Eddy as well, if I remember it correct.
And another good channel to follow if you're in wanting to learn more about prepping is the Ohio Valley Prepping.
Yeah, he has a great channel. I'm subscribed to him.
Yeah.
And besides Shadow, I mean, I know that things are different where he's at versus here in the States, but there's a lot of similarities, like he was talking about a 2-person camp or his tent, pop-up tent. You know what I thought of for you? I figured that you were going to use that it's a 2-person.
Yeah, it's a
You
2-person
could
tent.
use it for put all your equipment to keep your equipment, and you got your 4-person for you and the wife.
Yeah.
Another thing that you might want to think about if you don't have one already is a first aid kit that's well stocked with bandages, gauze, all that kind of stuff, ace bandage,
Peroxide.
ointment for antibacterial, bacitracin or neosporin or anything like that.
Don't forget the tick remover.
You showed a tick remover just a minute ago. Good morning. Hello, Mrs. Shadow Scout Swede. Hello. Yeah.
Chris, vinka till dig, Sherry.
Jag vinkade tillbaka, jag vet inte om han såg det.
Ja, jo.
I saw her walk by a while ago. She went out the door.
Yeah, she waved. She did.
Yeah, he did. But it's you can go to Dollar Tree and you can get small amounts of things and it's cheaper. But gauze pads, because when Ronald had his accident at 10 Killer, Angie said, somebody go get Chris and tell him we need his bag. Because I had 2 medical bags and I had told Angie about it. So I had the supplies. So when I came back from 10 Killer, I immediately went on to Amazon and restocked my bags.
Yeah.
So, and don't forget to have a tourniquet as well, because you never know.
And if you're going to use rolled gauze, make sure you've got scissors. Good scissors that are going to cut. And not the chintzy ones that won't cut paper.
Are you talking about the kindergarten scissors, the blunt ones?
Yeah. Some of those first aid kits have the crappiest scissors in them. It's like, what the heck good are these? They can't even cut the gauze.
But, I mean, where's it at? I ordered this little flashlight. It's an El Cheapo LED flashlight, but it fits in a shirt pocket, and it takes 1 AA battery. But as you can see, it's bright. It's nothing fancy. It's plastic. It's one of
not going to last forever.
But, I keep it here, so if I lose power and I'm in here, I've got one. I've got 2 flashlights where I sit, so. It's all about, I'd rather have it than not. Look at that club that she's got.
I have. This is I think it's Ozark. And it is very bright.
So.
Yeah. And it has.
Now, is that a rechargeable?
It has. No.
Okay.
No, it's battery. It's I think it's 3 or 4 AA batteries in it, I think.
You're going to see a bunch of different brands of flashlights that a lot of preppers talk about, like Olight. Streamlight is what I carried in law enforcement, and I have Streamlights. Those are, you can catch them on sale at different times, but having a flashlight, having, you know, a little lantern. I've got a solar lantern. I've got
Yeah,
having hurricane lamps, you know, candles. I mean, if you can't afford a flashlight, get candles, but please be aware it's an open flame and all that. And so if there's a disaster that happened, you don't want to light a candle if there's a gas leak or, you know, something
No.
like
we always had Coleman lanterns.
that.
When we
Yep,
went fishing, we used to carry a Coleman lantern
I've got
every time we went fishing at night.
I've got
And I think we still have it down cellar somewhere, but I know we have replacement.
You okay?
The little what do you call the
You
the
okay?
little silk bags? I can't remember what they call it. The thing that lights. Glow sticks are good. Yeah, glow sticks.
You need to go get a drink of
They
water?
don't last too long and they're not super bright, but they do spread a lot of light. It's not super bright light, but it's still good. And they do last for like 10 or 12 hours, or at least they used to.
And another thing for those people that wear glasses, it's always good to have, you know, don't get rid of your old prescription glasses. Keep them as a backup. And
Yeah.
at the same time, you might want to get, and they're not expensive, get a watch or, I mean, a glass
Eyeglass little kit.
eyeglass kit. You know,
To
get you one of
repair
those.
them if you need to.
That is something I definitely need to get me, because that is something I don't have. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
And I
Because
love.
You
Go
need to sometimes you need to change the nose pads, or if the screw falls out and you have to get a new screw, you can. And the kits usually come with all different,
Yeah.
an assortment of sizes of screws to replace them.
And Ohio Valley hit the nail on the head too. Glow sticks.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were just talking about that. Yeah.
You can get glow sticks at the Dollar Tree for cheap. You can buy them online that last 12 hours.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. They don't give a hell of a lot of light, but they do pretty good.
yeah.
And you can put one here and one over in the other room, and put one in 2 or 3 rooms in the house. And
I mean, put some in your car, your vehicle.
yes,
You know, put some. It's great to. I mean, these are just some little items, and it doesn't mean that you have to become a full-fledged prepper overnight, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
It's one of those things that what suits your needs. Like me, I need to have prescriptions. I need to have an eyeglass repair kit. I've got first aid covered.
Those are just basic things that you should have in the house anyway.
True. I've even taken a step further because yes, I have a dog. I know how to do CPR, the Heimlich maneuver, and all these other medical procedures on a human being. But I can't rely on my dog to give me first aid. So I've had to learn how to do the Heimlich maneuver when you're by yourself, what to do if you feel like you're having a heart attack, what maybe some steps to try to take, and all this. And at the same time, I've had to learn first aid for my dog. So if I have to administer CPR, choking or whatever the case may be. You know,
Yeah, and keep. I like glow sticks. I have a couple of myself, and I have red, green, and yellow. And
Yeah,
the only thing I don't have is white, but it's okay. It's good, nice to have green, yellow, and red as well, because you can use green, safe area, yellow, warning, don't get here, red, don't enter.
yeah, stay out.
is that the
Yeah.
same thing as having a coat hanger on the door? I had to go there.
I don't want to know.
It's the same. It's the old adage, you know, if you see a tie on a door or a coat hanger back in the day, I'll call you tomorrow and tell you.
Okay. I'm guessing it has something to do with don't walk in.
Two people.
Yeah, I
Okay, there
figured
you
that.
go. All right.
Anybody seen that old Twilight Zone episode with Burgess Meredith? Yes, with his glasses. And then at the end, he had all the books in the world, and he dropped his glasses and they broke, and he couldn't read because he didn't have his glasses anymore. Yeah.
I mean, there are those people who have prepped for years and years and years. And there are those people that are, it's only been a couple of years. And then there are those people that, well, is it too late to prep now? No.
It's never too late.
Start. I mean, even if, like I said, you go to the Dollar Tree and you buy, Strike Anywhere matches, you get a box of those, you get a couple of those candles, and you look at other things in their first aid area. You can get, acetaminophen or aspirin. You can get, anti-diarrhea medicine, etc. They have all of that. You can get all those.
Benadryl in case you get spider bite or a bee sting or something like that. You start swelling up.
Yes, I saw the ice, Serena. But you could say you go into Dollar Tree and say, okay, this week or this month, whenever you have money, I got $20. Start there.
Yeah.
Start at what is needed to survive. Even buying a case of bottled water, I have 6 cases of bottled water in my house. I have 5 gallons. I've got 5-gallon jugs of water. So I have backup upon a backup.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 jerry cans full of water. I still don't have enough water. I would love to be able to get a 200-gallon or whatever tank that I could put polypropylene tank and put it outside my backyard and just fill that sucker full.
Well, you can buy those barrels and put them out under your eave. And if you have a downspout, you can run it right into the...
Yes, but what I've got is what I have made. I've taken 2 5-gallon food grade buckets and and then took 2 filters, charcoal filters, drilled holes in the top one, and of course, and then put a spout on the second one or the bottom one. So basically, you've got 1 5-gallon bucket, a lid, and that one's got a spout, and then you've got a hole for the water to drain from the top one. And it's basically like those stainless steel
fancy
of
what do they call it?
well, they're expensive as all get out,
Yeah, I know.
and so are the filters.
Yeah.
So I went and did a
You can
cheaper
use
version,
coffee filters.
you know.
Well, Lori, well, Chris, I need to bounce out. It's 7:30, and I begin work in 30 minutes, so
Yeah.
I need to bounce out and get ready for work.
All right.
This will be a tough day, especially when the temperature goes up to 19 degrees.
Well, will say honor and strength to you, brother.
Strength and
Please
honor,
be
brother.
safe
Yeah.
and
Be
drink
careful.
plenty of water.
Oh, yeah, I will. I always have this with me, so filled up.
Filled up with ice. That way, there,
that
as
would
it
be a good
melts,
idea.
it stays cold.
So, but Serena, you can also store things in totes and put them under your bed.
Yeah.
You know, you can
Okay.
find
Take
a
care,
spot.
guys.
Good
Be
night.
careful. Be safe, brother.
Good
Well-
morning, Shadow.
Yeah, it's morning here.
I know.
Good night. It feels weird to say when it's morning here, say good night.
I know.
I never get used to that.
Nope. Well, you need to move over here because then you wouldn't have to say goodnight when it's morning. Oh,
I didn't mean to get on a tangent about the preparedness thing, Miss Lori, but
that's okay.
I'd rather spread the word and try to get people to take care of themselves, because you can't rely on anybody coming to help you, including the G people.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because
Yeah, I know. And God knows what's going to happen on Saturday. So, depending on where you live, I mean, if you're anywhere near a large metropolitan area, you definitely need to be prepared for having some kind of problems.
And just to let y'all know, as a shout out to Ohio Valley Prepping, he posted a big announcement about my time 11 hours ago. So you need to go watch that, and and all that. And also, Miss Lori, I'm monitoring another channel that I monitor, and things are getting a little dicey in the Middle East. So we'll have to wait and see. They're talking about the next 24 to 48 hours. People might be knocking on their door.
It's always dicey in the Middle East. Everywhere in the Middle East.
Well,
I know. It's like a powder keg just waiting to go off
yeah.
constantly.
So,
But yeah. Hopefully nothing will develop over there either. And hopefully everybody will be fine here. But like I say, if you're in a city or anywhere close to a big city, be careful.
Serena, what I said is that you can always store things in like a tote under your bed. I was talking about supplies.
Yeah, not garlic.
Garlic, no. Garlic, you have to lay it out on a table where air circulation can get underneath, and on top air circulation.
On a rack. Yeah.
So,
or tie it in bundles and hang it somewhere in a shed.
Yep. Like my grandfather used to do.
Yeah, they usually just would hang anything like that, or herbs. They'd hang them up to dry them out.
What kind of herbs, Miss Laurie? Are you talking about?
Basil.
Oh, those kind of herb. Okay.
Those
Oh,
kind of sage, parsley, yeah, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Those kind of herbs.
you weren't
Not
talking
Avocat.
about that weed then.
No, that's a weed. That's not an herb.
Oh, okay.
People call it an herb because they want to hide the fact that it's a weed.
Okay.
To keep the vampires away. Hey, it works. I don't have any vampires around here.
Yeah, but I gotta admit, in some of those Hollywood movies, some of them vampiresses were pretty wow.
Yeah, but you don't want to get involved with them because that would not be good. If they were real.
So,
But anyway,
yeah.
there are sickos out there, though, that do that kind of stuff. It's like,
Well, that's like, there are actually people that go all out and into the getting their,
oh, yeah, fangs
and getting
filed
fame
down and sharpened. Oh, yeah.
or get, whatever.
Extensions, yeah, on their teeth. I know. Like I said, there are some that get into that kind of stuff because they're strange.
It's just, it's Dr. Dementia show.
It's a little on the sick side, but anyway. I hope I haven't. I have totally missed everything that's going on in chat. I have no idea.
Yes, but at the same time, if you eat a bunch of garlic, it also, when you eat garlic, it comes out of your body, and
It's good bug
and
repellent.
if you're single like I am, that would probably be a bad thing when you're trying to meet
That
single
would be a
lady.
turn off. Yeah.
You smell like garlic, unless you find somebody that
Smell
loves
like an
garlic.
Italian. I don't know.
Maybe that's the new Musk for. Yeah, I don't know.
Laurie, have you read? No, I haven't. I have not read anything in chat for the past, I don't know, hour. At least 45 minutes. I think the last time I read chat was back when Mary Ann said hello.
Yeah. It's nice and warm and humid in Florida.
Oh, yuck. Yeah.
I didn't even look. I haven't even looked to check the National Hurricane Center to see if there's anything active. Because I woke up, late and started, then I was like, started watching videos, and then I was like, I haven't had coffee yet. I gotta get coffee.
I need coffee.
Oh, wait, I'm hungry now. I need to get something to eat. And then I called a certain person.
Yeah. I wonder who that was.
So, I could have an open communication, Yeah, I figured it was, Marianne. Let's see. I think it was 69 degrees currently, and feels like 67 here. So
It's I don't know what the heck the temperature is out there now. Last I knew, I think it was like 68 or 69 outside, and it was like 77 in here. So we opened the windows.
Hence the sneezing started.
Hooda hooda waba.
You opened up your windows and then start sneezing.
Oh God, yes. My sneezing fit. I didn't think I was ever gonna stop. It was like, and I was like, oh, sneeze, sneeze, sneeze again.
And one more time, sneeze.
Oh, blow my nose and then start sneezing again. I had to blow my nose at least 3 times.
Good night, Brook Trout. Stay safe tomorrow. Yes, I saw that joke earlier, Serena.
Yeah, I saw that too. The hen. I saw that one in Peter's Live.
Tornado in West Kentucky.
Laurie's here every night, an hour or 2 after the chat has ended, still trying to keep up with the messages. No, sir. I try to read everything before everybody disappears, but
Well, that's the reason why, that she has me is because I see the top of the chat. Miss Lori is down here trying to catch up.
I'm always trying to catch up. It's hopeless tonight because I would definitely be here for an hour just trying to catch up because I can't read that fast.
Yeah, Serena, I would say that would be the time to go to the dentist.
Yes, 2:30.
Unless you have Oragel or something of that nature.
Cloves.
Yeah, cloves.
Yep. You just get a little clove bud and stick it between your teeth, and it will definitely help, especially if you have a cavity. It will numb it. Anyway, where am I?
While you're looking, I'm going to go check on Faith.
Okay. Oh, she's still outside?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nope, I lied. She's inside.
I thought you brought her in because she was barking, remember?
Oh, you got to remember, I, got gray hair,
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
So.
See? It's more like white. The house joke? I didn't see a house joke. Why was the house empty? The light went out, the fire escaped, and the water ran.
Why did one tonsil say to the other tonsil, "Get dressed, the doctor's talking about us tonight"?
The doctor's talking about us tonight? Taking us out tonight.
Or taking us out tonight. My apologies.
That is an old joke. I mean, that goes back to when I was a kid, for crying out loud.
Oh, a couple of months ago.
Yeah, just a couple of months. 2 or 3. Okay.
L.A.
I'm HOMA.
What you got doing?
I was trying to catch up with chat, but I think I give up.
You're throwing in the towel?
And
You're a contender. Come on.
I was a contender. I could have been a contender.
How do you put a fire out at the post office?
Stamp it out. That's an oldie too. A really oldie. Oh no, Susan. Onions. I'm chopping onions. I can't see. Been there, done that too many times. Oh, it happens to me every time I chop onions. I hate that.
Marianne, in regards to your Facebook post about the plumbing problems, holy Moses.
Oh, plumbing problems?
Yeah.
Oh, plumbing problems suck. I hate plumbing problems. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh, move over, you thing. Okay. What in... Was that something pulled out of a sewer pipe or something?
Yes, that was a python pulled out of a pipe in St. Pete Beach, Florida.
Oh, whoa. Ow. No, that's why I don't want to go to Florida. Because they got stuff like that living down there. Oh, no, thank you. No, 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 no. Those things will eat a goat, for crying out loud. A full-size German Shepherd. Ugh. That is creepy.
Can you imagine? Honey, I need more talk. Whoa! What is that?
Mm-mm. No, no, no. I would definitely not want anything like that around me. No, thank you. I don't even know. I don't even want to know anything would live around me like that. Because, yeah.
Did you see what she says? You never know what you're going to run into down here.
I guess. Man.
I mean, you
And
got
then one of
alligators,
these
you
people,
got, you got the swamplands, and you've got, people that have had pythons as pets, and then, oh my God, it's too big, and they've released it into
and
the
they let it go. Yeah, I know. Because they're not native. Sitting on sitting on the toilet. No, 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 no. No, 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 I don't want it no more.
Yep, you're out of toilet paper, so you've got a pet python that'll clean you out.
Yeah, Roto-Rooter. That would, just the thought of that would just, I would never want to go to the bathroom. I'd be going out. Well, I wouldn't want to go out in the backyard to do it either. Because now the alligators are out there. No. Mm-mm. No, thank you.
Two
Not to
muffins.
mention the spiders.
One muffin turns to the other and says, "It's me. Is it me, or is it getting hot in here?" I would say it's getting hot.
It's getting hot in here.
Could imagine that. No, I'd be freaking out. Yeah.
No kidding.
I could just see me getting up for the toilet and turning around with a pew pew and blowing my toilet up.
Yeah, well, you'd be lucky if the freaking bullet didn't bounce back at you.
Miss Lori, Serena's got a question for you.
Do know the song "A Hunting We Will Go"? A hunting we will go. A hunting we will go. No. Hi ho, the Dario. A hunting we will go. Um,
And then if you go out into the West, besides earthquakes and all that, you depending on where you're at, if you're in Nevada or somewhere in that area, you've got, all the creepy crawlies and
scorpions and
tarantulas and rattlesnakes, sidewinders.
yeah,
Yeah.
cottonmouth.
No, I don't want to go up there.
No, that's why I would not. That's why I'm here in New England. I'll stay right here. I thank you very much.
Yeah, but you've got you've got to watch out for the world famous that New England has.
The blizzards,
No, land shark.
land shark. Knock knock. Who's there? Land shark. We have a special delivery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Polly Wolly Doodle Holiday. Oh. I went.
See, even Marianne says, yes, for those can get inside the house too, especially like those people that have dogs and they have doggy doors.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no kidding. Who the heck in their right mind would put a doggy door in Florida?
So
Got to be out of your mind to do that.
when the dog comes running into the doggy door with that look on their face like, oh, shit. I said CHIT there. It's like, yeah, you better be ready because something behind it's coming in.
Polly Wolly Doodle Holiday. Oh, I went down so. No. What the heck? Oh, now you're going to make me look it up.
Ooh, twist her arm.
Okay.
And Marianne says, and I agree, alligators get in houses too.
Oh, yeah. I don't doubt it.
Because even though alligators are natural species down there, people, oh, look, it's a little baby alligator,
Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, he'll bite your finger off, but he's so cute. No, thank you. Oh, I went down south for to see my Sal singing Polly Wolly Doodle Holiday. My Sal, she is a spunky gal singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, my fairy fay. For I'm going to Louisiana for to see my Susiana singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Oh, Miss Al, she is a maiden fair, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. With curly eyes and laughing hair, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, my fairy fay. For I'm going to Louisiana for to see my Susiana singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. behind the barn down on my knees singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. I thought I heard a chicken sneeze singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, my fairy fay. For I'm going to Louisiana for to see my Susiana singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Sneezed so hard with a whooping cough, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. He sneezed his head and tail right off, singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, my fairy fay. For I'm going to Louisiana for to see my Susiana singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Oh, a grasshopper sat sitting on a railroad track singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. With a carpet, picking his teeth with a carpet tack singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, my fairy fay. For I'm going to Louisiana for to see my Susiana singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Oh, I went to bed, but it wasn't any use singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. My feet stuck out like a chicken roost singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day. Fare thee well, fare thee well, fare thee well, my fairy fay. For I'm going to Louisiana for to see my Susiana singing Polly Wolly Doodle all the day.
Okay, now you're going to sing 99 Beers on the Wall?
I didn't realize it was such a long song. Holy crap, I forgot about that. Oh, man. Okay, what the
Insert
heck?
memory chip.
Jeez.
Jeez Louise.
Sorry, guys. I couldn't stop. I just had to keep going because I haven't heard that in years.
But just remember, there is a house.
In New Orleans they call the Rising Sun.
Yes, there is.
And it's been the ruin of many a young girl. And Lord, I know I'm one. There is a house in New Orleans.
They call the rising.
They call the Rising Sun. It's been the ruin of many a young girl. And Lord, I know I'm home. My mother was a tailor. I'm sorry, my father was a tailor.
Yes.
Sewed my new blue jeans. It was my mother. Why is a mother a tailor? Mothers aren't tailors, they're seamstresses. I don't know. Leave it to them British guys, you know. My father was a gambling man way down in New Orleans. Now the only thing he'd gamble with was a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time he was satisfied was when he was on a drunk. Now mothers, tell your children not to do what I have done. Don't spend your life in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. There is a house in the mountains they call the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many a young girl, and Lord, I know I'm one. We should sing that every now and then too.
Yes.
Every now and then, just 'cause. Lithium ion batteries can explode and cause major damage to your house if left to charge overnight. A house in North Oklahoma City or Edmond had an explosion due to 20 of those batteries for drones. Who's the No, I'm not even going to ask. Somebody mentioned me in a video.
That was you that time.
Yeah.
I was mentioned in the video from Cassie's kitchen creations.
Yeah. Me too.
Wow.
That's weird.
AI's awake. I heard him.
Oh, yeah, he's over there. He was the one that came up with the suggestion about the first aid kit.
I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, that you can have.
Susan says, I'm going to go, folks. I'm doing a new recipe, and my ability to cook and interact with you is failing dismally. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea even to listen to us because we're speaking silly. And if, speaking silly can distract you and make you do silly things, so it's probably better. But we'll miss you.
You've got to have some fun.
Absolutely. Definitely.
You got to laugh and you got to smile and,
Can't take life too seriously. I mean, it's good to be serious when it's necessary, but
you're so serious.
If you're serious all the time, you're just going to drive yourself crazy. Yeah, don't do that.
Well, you look at me. I talk to a dog.
Everybody that has a pet talks to it.
So,
it can't hear you. It can hear you, but it's not going to understand what the hell you're talking about.
I disagree because I can say
FOOD and they're going to know. Yeah.
Or I could say TER or TE.
But your pet turtle is not going to know that. Or your pet frog, or
Chris, where is it raining for 80 days?
80 days.
Well, it depends if it's 80 days and 80 nights.
I'm thinking, it rains pretty much every day in the rainforest.
Yeah. And then the second place is Trey's, Louisiana.
Yeah, that's true. Barely a day goes by that he doesn't get some kind of rain. I'm in the country and get wolves and coyotes in the back fields. I got a window open and hear them howling up a storm. Oh, that's not good.
The question is that with the window being open, Chris, do they ever come and jump and crawl in bed with you and cuddle up?
I hope there's a screen to hold them out, or at
Well,
least to give you warning that they're jumping at the screen so you can slam the window down and lock it.
they just want to cuddle.
Yeah, they want to cuddle around your throat. I can't help it. If I listen, I can't help but try to join in, and I'm burning stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a good thing, Susan.
Susan's burning all those documents.
No, burning food. She's cooking
Yeah.
or trying to.
But yeah, yeah.
It doesn't have to be raining for the turtles to cross the road anywhere up here, because if they were born on the other side of the road, they're going to go back to where they were born to lay their eggs.
That's a good one, Chris.
No coyotes or wolves in my bed. Sometimes cougars. No, not allowed.
He's talking about not the four-legged cougars.
I know that.
Okay.
I'm just saying, not allowed.
I'm just saying too.
You know, have you read those little 10 things that God said don't do? Don't do them, or you go to a bad place.
Well, if they're single and you're single, it's not a.
Says who?
Well, it's better than if a cougar is a married person. Then it's definitely a no.
Definitely is not any different. It's just like, I mean, Mary Magdalene was not married.
Okay, come on. I'm ready for you. Let's go.
I used to be good at arm wrestling, actually. I have beaten guys. Or at least.
Shameful.
Way back.
Shameful.
I know. And they weren't scrawny little guys that, had no muscles either. And they used to get so mad at me.
Elbow cough, elbow cough. What is the most important part of a lion or a horse? Its main part. This is true.
Okay.
If you ride a horse bareback, you're holding on
you
to
got
the
to hang
mane.
on.
And a lion's mane, the bigger it is, the more powerful they are, as far as they're usually the head of the pack or whatever.
Yeah, I've been told that for years, Chris. With a K.
If you're interested in helping Miss Lori,
Looks ain't everything.
you can send Miss Lori a few bricks to help her along.
Yeah, it's because I'm a few bricks shy.
You can call 1-800-SEND-BRICK.
And if you wouldn't mind, make sure they're gold.
Yeah. She'll settle for silver too.
Yeah, that's true.
She's not picky.
I'm not too picky. Either one will be fine.
And she'll be forever in your debt.
Yes. So to speak.
Goodness. Coming up on 2.
It is too.
Well, it is after 2, but I'm saying
That's,
up on-
yeah, I see that. That's because I was late starting because I kept sneezing. I was voted the funniest girl in my senior class in high school at Abilene High School in Abilene, Texas. You grew up in Texas, Serena?
That's what she's saying.
I guess that's what she's saying. Oh, goodness gracious, sakes alive.
Looks like we got ourselves a convoy.
Yes. Convoy.
Back in the day, it was like a very popular song.
Yes, it was.
And it promoted, Midland CB radios. And
Absolutely.
I'm
Looks like we got ourselves a convoy.
Okay, the barometric pressure must be changing because I just got a headache.
Oh, that's weird that you say that.
A
Because
sinus
like
headache.
all of a sudden I get a little. Yeah. I was born in Florida, raised in Texas, and live in Oklahoma. Wow.
Wow.
You get around, Serena.
All right, now you got to do the Beach Boys song.
Get
Round,
around,
get
round,
around, I
get
get
around.
around. Yeah.
Round, round, you get around, I get around. I suppose that's probably appropriate for in memory of Brian.
Well, see, I was born in Oklahoma and early
Raised-
years raised in Oklahoma and then moved to
Maryland.
I'm not even going to say it. Wasn't my choice.
California. You lived in California too, right?
When I got out of the military in 1982, I went down to Riverside, California, where my father worked for President Kennedy, who owned a company,
Yes.
not the president,
Not the President Kennedy.
but he was the owner of the company. He was the president of the company. I always joke about it, but and he had a yacht, and I was out of the Coast Guard, so I took care of his yacht, managed his yacht. And every time that we would go set sail or go out to sea in the Pacific, we would pass Mickey Rooney's and John Wayne's house. One of them, I would say. And then from there, I came back and told my father, I've got to go back home to Texas. And I did.
Okay.
LAHOMA.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering what that tab was that I had open because it had a musical note, and I'm going, "What the heck is that?" And then it dawned on me, it was Polly Wolly Doodle Holiday.
Oh, I was thinking since it dawned on you, it was Delta Dawn.
Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say he was meeting you here today to take you to his mansion in the sky? Well, she's 41 and her daddy still calls her baby. Most folks round Brownsville say she's crazy. 'Cause she walks around town with a suitcase in her hand, looking for a mysterious dark-haired man. In the younger days, they called her Delta Dawn, prettiest woman you ever laid eyes on. Till a man of wealth and greed stood by her side and promised her he'd take her for his bride. Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say he was a meeting you here today to take you to that mansion in the sky?
Serena, is it a capacitor or is it coolant? Most likely a capacitor.
Condenser.
Or condenser.
No, I bet it was a condenser.
Well, you're always making things small, Miss Lori. You're always condensing things, Miss Lori. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Miss Lori will condense it.
If it was an air conditioner, I think that's it. I saw M. Bugwood on Old Man King's homestead. I'm surprised she's not here. She's probably gone to bed by now. She's probably got to work tomorrow. It was the capacitor. Okay. If you knew what it was, why are you asking?
Who's on first?
Yeah, what's on second? I don't know. Third base.
You know, it always surprised me when I go see Texas Rangers baseball, to go watch their games, and you had all the guys that were going around. I got hot dogs, I got peanut, and all them. And
Yep.
you could be eight seats away from them, and you go, "Hey, I need a bag of peanuts," and that person could throw it
Right at
directly to you, and it was like, I assume it's because they had a lot of practice, but I was always amazed how they could, with precision, thump.
Right in your hand. It's like, thank you very much.
Well, hi, did you have a good nap?
It's a little harder to throw the money back at them.
Well, that's where you got to go. Hey, Fred. Hey, Bill. Hey,
Yeah.
here's Susan. Yeah. I wonder if they do that now with debit cards. The last person to hand right before they hand it to the vendor, go, add a hot dog to that too. Swipe.
Chris says, Laura, you behave yourself or we'll have to put you in the timeout. Okay. Whatever you say, Chris.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Serena, Lori said that she's probably in bed already, is what she said.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Tonto, not knowing the Lone Ranger,
Hmm.
are you gonna go back and lay down? Yep. She made her presence known, and then she went back and laid back down.
Oh, well, that's good. Aha, what kind of work does.
Alrighty.
Okay.
LAHOMA.
HOMI. Okay. What do you think you're doing to me, you stupid thing? Okay. Go to over there. So you're not in the way in case somebody decides. We haven't seen Sam in a while. I wonder where she is. I know she was hurting the last time we talked to her.
Well, right now she's probably got all the storms because they're right on top of San Antonio right now, from the west side of San Antonio all the way to the east side and north.
Yeah, I don't know. I know she was really hurting the last time she was in here, and she was asking for prayers because she was hoping, she was waiting for them to approve of her surgery so she could get her
Yeah.
problem.
And then Bonnie went earlier yesterday for hers.
Yeah, for her biopsy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then earlier in the week, I went to the. Speaking of, oh yeah, I got a small bruise.
I always end up bruised because, sometimes the phlebotomists do a terrible job.
Well, she was Miss Kelly was very, said, yeah, nice, and she was like trying to catch my roller in my right arm, and she goes, "You let me know if I'm hurting you," and it felt like that needle was about that long, and even though she was, not even near that, but
Yeah.
yeah, but and she finally gave up when I suggested that go. I asked her, I said, "Have you got a butterfly?"
Yeah. Just put it in the hand.
And she told me, she goes, "Next time I do blood, just, come in to you. Just go ahead and tell me where to get it from." I said, "Yes, ma'am."
Yeah.
But I don't know why.
I don't know why they don't go after the back of the hand, because to me that they're more visible there. And
Well, but at the same time, it stings a little more, versus,
I'd
but-
rather have that than having them twist the needle around after they get it in their arm.
yeah.
Those are the ones that I just want to punch in the face.
Well, the thing that gets me is that I drink water all the time.
Yeah.
Every now and then, like tonight, I had a glass of sweet tea, but then I was eating dinner. And, it's like you would think as much water as I drink that my veins would be, nicely done. And, I used to be able to pump my fist and boom,
Yeah,
I
me too.
see
Yep.
the vein.
There's always a vein right there.
Yep.
And they still have to hunt around because now it has a tendency to try to crawl away.
To roll. Now, see, my right arm will roll. My left arm doesn't roll as bad. So
Yeah.
and
My left arm, it's almost invisible. You really can't see.
So,
You have to hunt for it.
well, I always, it depends on the the person, the phambologist, or however you pronounce it, the person that's the vampirist that's taking the blood, how good they are and all that. Usually I've had nurses that could just whoop and boom, they hit it first try. You
Yep.
know? And then I'm like, okay, you know.
Yep. They just go, oh yeah, there, that's good. And they put the little tourniquet on, and they don't have to crank it till it's, cutting off your circulation to your entire body. And
Yeah.
because that, oh my God, that hurt me. That really hurts me. Because I am super sensitive to anything that cuts off the circulation or anything.
Well, just make sure every time that you go to the restroom, you open up the lid and you look down first before you sit down on it, because you never know. The plumbing python.
Thanks for that.
I can see it now. When you go to sleep, you're going to be like,
I'm gonna be.
Chris, I can't get that out of my head.
I'm gonna call him up just because he made it impossible for me to sleep, and I'm gonna make it impossible for him to sleep.
I can see it. I'll be like, oh, okay. Well, good night, Miss Laurie. Back to sleep. 30 minutes later, ring!
Yeah.
What are you doing? Well, I was sleeping.
Serena. There was an autistic cashier, fifth day on the job, and a customer had 4 items, put 2 on the checkout line and 2 in his pocket. The cashier rang him up for all 4 items. He got belligerent, saying he didn't get that much. The cashier charged too much. The cashier said, I rang you up for the 2 items you put in your pocket. He left after paying, humiliated. Chris, do you want to read what I wrote about the autistic cashier and the customer? It's 2 parts, not enough room to get it all in one comment. Too late.
Well, I read it
Sorry,
while you were
Chris.
reading it. Vampires can't work where there is blood because they are always drinking on the job.
Yes. But boom. Ching.
As Chris drops the mic.
Okay. And here it is, almost 2:30 again. You know what time? Did I tell you what time I got up? Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's whenever you're ready to call it a night, Miss Laurie, call it.
Because last night I was stupid because I ended the live early enough so that I could actually get to bed. And I was lucky to be able to get to bed for 3:00. So what did I do? I shut down the live. And then I started reading comments and stuff on and looking through the stuff that was in my notification page thing with everybody's. And I ended up staying up another half hour after that, just going through stuff. And I looked at the time and I went, you dingbat, what the hell are you doing still up? And I went upstairs after I had.
So you went to the stairway to heaven. You went to bed.
Yeah, of course, just going upstairs, it's like 45 minutes before I'm actually in bed again. Because, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do that. And,
Bathroom check.
Oh, yeah.
Well, see, before I go to bed, I always make sure my doors are locked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's my other job that I have to make sure that I check all the locks, make sure everything's locked up and ready to go. And there's no windows that are going to let the rain in. And
well, you're lucky that in your mansion you've got 20 bathrooms and, 30 bedrooms. So, you know.
I'd never get to bed. I'd get lost.
Well, that's when you take those glow sticks and you put
And you
green
leave them
glow
all.
sticks.
Yeah.
Green
leave
glow
it
sticks
out.
will take you to your bedroom. The red ones don't go there. The yellow ones are a maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Goes to show people who have autism notice more than you think. Okay. Or any cashier worth of salt. No, they'd never even let somebody put something in their pocket. They'd say, no, you put this, put that on the thingy because I haven't rung that up yet.
Put it on the belt so I can.
Put it on the belt, yeah.
So.
I know, because I was a cashier for a lot of years.
No, I'm not going to say it.
I have a lot of experience with that.
I'm not going to say it. No.
What? Go ahead. I hear you.
Well, you were a cashier, right?
Yes.
And we all know that. I just want to know what was the price for you? Yeah.
What the heck? How much? I don't even remember what the heck I was making at the time.
Well, I remember it was always
yeah.
There was always that. I need a price check on
check on
macaroni and cheese on aisle 3. Yeah. I don't know anything about doing any of that, especially at a Walmart in Denton, Texas. Because I learned the code to get onto the speaker.
Yeah.
And especially when I'd go back in the days when Walmart had protective items and freedom seeds. And there would be nobody around because they'd be behind the plexiglass and it was locked.
Yeah.
And so you'd have to wait for somebody to show up, and then they'd go, I don't have the key, but I'll get somebody who does.
Yeah.
So I finally realized how to get a hold of. I'd say, shopper needs assistant in sporting goods, please. And I could just see management going, who the heck was that?
Yeah.
That's not one of our employees.
Oh, that voice didn't sound familiar. Serena says, I'm tone deaf, so I can't hear high-pitched sounds, which bother people with autism. One time, my mother was screeching at me, and I was looking at my adult sister perplexed. She said, Mother, she can't hear you. Mother lowered her pitch, and boy, could I hear her then. Well, I guess I need to talk really low.
How low are you going to talk?
How low can you go?
That's what you ought to do one night. Oh God, what was it called? Not a conga, but the pole limbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you ought to do one night. Is have a limbo contest, Miss Lori.
Oh, been there, done that. Many times. I used to be really good at it.
And then back in the 70s, the fun game and all that was very popular was, you remember what it was called? You would spin and put your hand on a color or foot on a color.
Oh, God. Twister. Oh, I hated that game.
Ah! You could get in some funny.
Yeah, that was not a good game.
Can you imagine? You went to Taco Bell and you got a bean and beef burrito.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, and you go on a blind date, and then oh dear Lord,
Oh, yeah.
and they want to play Twister. Oh,
Oh, no, I don't think so. I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't bend like that. Chris
I
says,
can now, that's for sure.
Chris says, I worked in retail, so when I was younger, also when I was younger, it was a store called Zeller's. I was in charge of housewares, pets, and hardware. Oh, housewares, pets, and hardware. What a combination. The housewares and the hardware and the pets. That's a weird combination.
It's, you need a doggy dish? Not a problem. Oh, I'm sorry, we're out of those. But hey, over in hardware, over in housewares, you can get a stainless steel bowl for the time being.
Serena, an Aggie went into a hardware store to have his axe sharpened. The salesman showed him a chainsaw and told him that it would cut wood much faster than the axe would. So the Aggie gives him the money, and now we have to wait for the punchline.
And in case those that don't know what an Aggie is, in Texas, in College Station, the college is Texas A&M, and they're called the Aggies.
I know. Agricultural specialists. It's agricultural education or whatever the heck it is.
But they're called the Aggies, and they think they're number one.
Yeah.
Just like Alabama says that they're number one, and
yeah, they're all number one.
LSU says they're number one.
Full of number two.
All right, takes the chainsaw. A week later, the Aggie comes back into the hardware store and says, I want a refund on that chainsaw. It takes twice as long to cut wood with it as does
the axe. Yeah. He said, because he didn't know how to start it. That is an old joke. A very old joke. That joke has white hair. Like me.
Are you talking about 1814?
1814, took a little trip. Along the Mississippi to the mighty, along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans and fought the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. Well, we fired our guns till the British kept it coming. Wasn't as many as there was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico.
So I watched Pinball Preparedness earlier yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about how one of the senators, the president's senators in Mexico, and he showed maps that California, Arizona, and all the way over to Texas, because of something that I don't remember exactly, but back in 1840 or whatever, they're claiming that all of that is Mexico territory.
BS.
And so Pinball, said, well, no, that's not correct because here's this, and this happened, and da 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 da. So, I was just like, and he was referring to how, you know, countries change and how, you know, as far as, you know, and way back when it was alleged that the Vikings were the first ones to reach the American continent, even before the Indians and, you know, the Pilgrims and all this. But yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, it was the first ones that reached the Americas from Europe.
I'm sorry, what?
The first ones to reach the U.S.
What did you say, Miss Lori?
The Americas from Europe.
Did I
And-
lose speaker again? Apparently I did. Oh, crap. There was.
Are you there? Can you hear me now?
What? What'd you say?
What'd you say?
You speak up there, youngin'. I tell you what, you young whippersnappers, always abusing us senior citizens. I'm gonna call the SPCA on you. You're treating me like
Serena, that joke is as old as the hills. We've both heard it probably a bazillion times in the past 40 or 50 years. You didn't make it up, trust me. Anyway. Chris says a newfie, in other words, from Newfoundland, went to a hardware store and told the clerk at the counter that he needed some wood. The clerk said, "How long do you need the wood?" The newfie responded, "For a long time, eh? We're building a house."
Yeah, I think, you know, you might want it for a while.
How long do you need the wood? Hello, Newfie.
Are you saying that newfies are dumb?
No.
How many Polish people does it take to change a light bulb? Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember all the Polish jokes?
Great. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, it did not politically correct though. We can't say jokes like that anymore.
Well, I'm just saying, when I grew up, it was all about Polish jokes.
Polish jokes, Italian jokes. There was jokes for every nationality. It was totally, I mean, there was nobody that was left out of the stupid jokes department.
So you were saying you weren't biased.
No. Some of the funniest jokes were the French jokes. Trust me. Everybody had their own little jokes. And nobody was offended and said, "Oh, how dare you insult me?" That's
A
what made
man
it
went
fun.
to the tailor to buy some long underwear. And the tailor asked him, "How long do you want it?" He said, "From about September to March."
That's about like the guy building the house.
Yep.
How long do you want the wood? We're building a house. A long time. Two newfies is still sitting on a hill. First newfie says, "I'm cold." Second newfie says, "Well, why didn't you close the gate?"
Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Just make sure you watch the video.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, but I've got so many replay videos that I've got to watch while I was sleeping.
I'm telling you, I can never catch up with all the videos that I've missed over the past couple of weeks. I will never catch up unless I sit here all day long and, for like about a week and a half because of all the videos. An hour here, an hour there, 2 hours, half hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Well, that's like some people, it's like I'll sit there and look at a video and I'll go, okay, how long is this one? Well, Miss Lori's going live in a few minutes,
Which one can I watch and still, yeah.
Leave a comment, hit the like button.
I do that all the time. It's like I gotta get in, as much as I can squeeze in between lives. I don't want to miss this live, and but I want to see those videos. Anyway, it's 2:45. It's 2:45. There's no one in the house except for you and me. No.
Well, Miss Lori, are we pulling the plug?
I think I'm probably about ready to pull the plug unless you want me to sing something. There's 8 people watching.
Well,
And there's only Serena and Chris that are talking in chat.
I say that you go ahead and pull the plug and maybe get an earlier night to sleep. And another day is another day.
I know, because it's by the time I get in bed, it's going to be 3:30 at least.
Well, turn off your bloody computer.
Yeah. As soon as I get off the live.
Yes, ma'am.
So Serena says 2 University of Texas students were driving a pickup and an Aggie hitchhiking. They tell the Aggie, we can give you a ride, but you have to get in the back of the pickup. So the Aggie climbs in the back. Now we got to wait for her to type up the rest of it. So the Aggie climbs in the back of the pickup. A little while later, the pickup ends up in a lake. The UT students, University of Texas students, open their doors and swim to shore, but the Aggie drowned because he couldn't get the tailgate open.
I'm surprised the
That
horns down were not able to get out of the truck. Yes,
That was a good one, Serena.
I'm an OU fan, and I do the horns down
Huh.
for the Longhorns
Okay.
because the rivalry between the Oklahoma University and the Texas Longhorns are rivals.
Ah, I see. And they're, yeah.
And there's always jokes on both sides,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What's black and blue and bobs up and down in the harbor? A mainlander who tells Newfie jokes.
I was gonna say my fishing bobber because I've got a black and white fishing bobber.
You have a black and white fishing bobber.
Yes.
When I was a kid, they were all red and white.
Yes, they mostly were.
Never.
The black and white one was I used for night fishing, and it had like a little light at the end, and would, if you you'd sit there, and if the light disappeared, you knew your bobber was under.
They after a while, like in the 70s, late 70s or something, they came out with the red with the top, instead of being white, it was yellow, and it was like a fluorescent yellow. So it would glow if you shined a light on it. And if it went under, then you knew you had a bite. We didn't really fish with bobbers all that much anyway. We'd just throw the line out there with a worm, and
So you were a bottom fisher?
we were bottom fishers, yeah. And not only did we catch a lot of hornpout, we caught trout at night just by bottom fishing, because they like to eat off the bottom too. And if they see a nice big fat juicy night crawler laying on the bottom of the pond, oh yeah, free food.
All right, we'll finish these 2 jokes from Serena, and then I say call it.
Yeah, I think so. How do you get a one-armed Aggie down from the tree? Wave at him.
Ouch.
Yeah, I've heard that. It wasn't an Aggie, but yeah. I think I remember hearing that about, how do you get a Pollock out of the tree?
Yep.
A one-armed Pollock out of the tree. Just wave to him.
How do you tell when an Aggie has used a computer? There's white out on the screen.
That was more like a Polish joke too. Or an Irish joke or a French joke, depended on who you were telling the joke to. Usually, if you're telling jokes, you tell the joke as if it's the person you're talking to.
So, well, everybody in chat, have a good night. Ace, hugs.
Absolutely hugs.
Chris, good night. Serena, good night. Y'all have a safe and wonderful evening. Be safe, be careful. Remember to comment and like and subscribe to channels, including this one. Miss Lori's, that is. And y'all have a blessed evening.
And don't forget to subscribe to Chris's channel too. And everybody in chat's channel.
Yep.
And everybody out there lurking, hello. And thank you for being here. And I appreciate all of you and everybody in chat. Everybody that's been here tonight. Love you all. Good night and God bless. And I'll be seeing you. I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places. Anyway, oh no, now what? The celebration of the U.S. Army's 250th anniversary is projected to cost $45 million. It includes road repairs after tanks tear up the streets of Washington, D.C. and security. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Good night, everyone.
This channel needs all the prayers it can get. Yeah, I know, Chris.
Good night, Miss Lori.
Good night, Chris. Love you too. Good night, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And here we go.